What's going on, everybody? Welcome, my Kingsman, back to another epic battle. This one in Napoleon Total War 3. Today I am playing with a fellow YouTuber, name's Gamelord. I'll put the link in the description. He plays a lot of more strategy games like Hearts of Iron, Europa, and that sort of thing. So we were trying out the new Napoleon Total War 3, vamping up for some PvP battles. We were just playing a game to get used to the controls against AI. And it turned out to be an extremely challenging game. We're being attacked from two sides. I'm playing as France. He's playing as the Rheinbund. People are probably going to laugh at how I said that. But we have Russia attacking from one side of this village, Austria attacking from the other. I'm going to go regular speed. I'm not really going to go over the unit comps because it didn't matter that much. But so France, I've set up in the tree line right here. Set all my men up along this tree line. Alright, took a building. He took us a building. So I can send my forces along this tree line for some cover. I have my artillery right here with my elite infantry in two different places along here. Over here, he has a force over here just for reserves. And he was trying to move in, it looks like, to kind of try to take... I'm going to get rid of this map. He's trying to take this village. Doesn't have a whole lot of forces, unfortunately, and if you look over here, Russia has a ton of infantry, a lot of grenadiers, and they're just going full for them. Cannons exploding all over. They're just advancing. These infantry are trying to form up into a square formation of some sort. Actually, France has fallen back. I think they're getting a little scared by the overwhelming amount of troops that Austria is pushing forward. Austria pushing forward, massive troops on the left. Artillery trying to soften up this French center. So you have, all of them going for this left flank, and the French are realizing they're under-prepared for this. But this is where it's getting juicy. So he has taken this farmhouse. He has some infantry who are preparing to open fire. These lights are opening fire. Getting some beautiful volleys on these Russians. Who are returning fire, but also pushing forward some more troops. It's the AI, so it's not going to look pretty. It's not going to look that pretty. So France is reforming. They've lost some men to artillery. Not a whole lot, but some. So they're just moving away from this glade where they've lost a couple men. Austria is still pushing for this left flank. But over here, look at this mass of just Russians who, I can't tell what they're doing. They're going for a bayonet charge, or are they... From these guys' perspective, this probably does not look very pretty. You know, they're undermanned on this position. Trying to open up some fire. They're gonna start losing. It has reserves at least. Now the battle has opened up over here, and this mod, guys, is beautiful. You get those larger battles going. Oh my goodness. And we're holding just fine right here. Exchanging volleys, it's okay. Repositioning our artillery on the flank. We want to get some flanking fire on them. I hear some charging. So Russia's going full in on a bayonet charge, it sounds like. Yep, Russia is going full ham, doing what Russians do best, and that is charging with the bayonets. I can hear them rushing in. And here they go. Oh man, he's dealing some damage to them. So they're just overwhelming. Oh, okay, we got some Russian cav. Yeah, pushing for his reserve line. These cav are just going, oh man, going straight in the backs of these guys. It's just chaos on this side. Bayonets, infantry's charging in, I believe. Woo! Getting a beautiful volley off before they decide. These guys got volleyed and are running. So things not looking the greatest over here, guys. We're gonna realize that the Russians are pushing massively on this flank. His men just begin to run. They're breaking. The house is being attacked. Over here is just a simple line battle. Volleys being exchanged, and I'm like, you know, I can hold them. They're AI anyway, but I can hold them. You know, we've got this. Cav charging in on the side of the grove. Not everybody can form square, and these guys couldn't. So we're just being cut up by some heavy, getting some volleys off while they're sitting here. But I begin to shift my reinforcements, my back line. So my grenadiers in my old guard are trying to hold this flank because look at this. They are just pouring through the city. Alright, and also we killed the Austrian general. Put my cannons up here. The problem is now my infantry aren't covering this side, so the Russians can start pushing towards my exposed flank. I need to deal with this Austrian army quickly. He has mobilized this little army that was in the orchard and farm. He's mobilized them out to hopefully sweep onto the Austrians' flank. Over here, we're still pouring some volleys.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Pouring some volleys into this Russian force who is just continually pushing forward. I mean, they haven't stopped this massive push. We're making him pay for it, and he, of course, has formed up his men around this church, trying to hold around the church, forming up on this side. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. You have some cav coming in. Oh, cannon hitting them. So, look at this. They're just... He's getting hit in every which way, but point blank volley into these Russians. They are looking like they're, I don't want to miss. I know there's a cav charge. He's sending his cav over here as well. So artillery are firing. They're getting awfully close to my elite units, and these guys gotta hold. I mean, they have to hold. They're all that's keeping my back safe. You know, this is it. Alright guys, so my game crashed right at that moment, so we're just a couple seconds behind, but hey, this is a better view of this cannon. Look at this, he has this, I didn't notice this. Oh, his infantry are falling into his cannon, oh no. But his cannon had this perfect, oh my gosh, his infantry are falling right into, oh, that makes me sad. But his cannon actually fired. He's gonna lose his cannon. His cannon managed to get a shot before they got so executed. Killed a couple. Now, like I said before, guys, the infantry's pushing around this church. I mean, they look unstoppable right now. These infantry are just getting shot to pieces. The fight for this town is raging. These sappers and line infantry of mine are getting hit pretty hard, but they are holding for now. However, they're in danger of getting flanked. I think his infantry are trying to protect my flank, but there's only so much you can do, you know? Only so much you can do. Over here, you can see that though I'm having a couple casualties inflicted, they are definitely losing. My cav is starting to inch around, and then the cav has been ordered to charge. And so we're going in, and we're trying to do a sweeping of the flank. We break them instantly, and then we charge forward. It's like the press forward, press forward. Going for more. Going for more. And so we start attacking. Meanwhile, they do charge. But these are old guard, guys. These guys will not break very easily. But of course they are it's gonna be tough for them. They're winning decisively. Oh yeah, infantry's charging me. They had some infantry charge, so my cav countercharged and hit them so hard. Stopped them, saved my artillery with that one cav charge. Over here, guys, look at this. It's just become a mass rout. These cav are just turning the whole flank. These guys are concerned. And it's looking pretty solid victory so far over here. They're just running. There's a couple units left, but we routed them. Gamelord, he went around with his cav and is taking out their artillery piecemeal. So now I'm pulling my infantry back because there's just too many Russians. My cannon are preparing for another charge. We got some other infantry, so they're turning these massive artillery, hoping to hit them before they get to us. You better fire fast. Now, they are not going to. Oh! You guys saw that. That just executed a ton of them. But more and more Russians are running in this direction. So my cav is trying the best to hold them back. But this is one cav unit trying to hold against all of this Russian force. Over here, he's being pushed back. They have taken the church, and they are just pushing hard on his heels. This heavy cav is just routing all of his units. He is falling back to this orchard. His cannon left in the road. So he's fallen back. He's regrouping. He still has his reinforcements. I think he's mobilizing them to make a last stand. Last stand against this Russian force, which is very well spent. I mean, they are hurting. So I am probably going to lose these. I mean, they're charging me again. I limbered up those artillery to get them out of here because they are going straight for my artillery. They're charging them with all your infantry, trying to get them out of here. My cav is probably going to break soon. I mean, they're surrounded. My horse artillery is running. They are running far away. These guys are stuck here. They're going to die very quickly.
Our men are running, sir.
But have no fear. The bulk of the Grand Armée is here. And we are going to hold this Russian onslaught, whatever it takes. These Russian cav have to be stopped. They've been non-stop pushing. So it's panning up of the battle. You can see that I'm pushing my cannons way up here so they can fire down. I am kind of reforming my lines here. These Russians don't have a whole lot, actually. There's not a whole lot of them, but they are very, very tough. These are elite Russian troops. We gave them a lot tougher troops. This cav battle is still going on. I'm forming up this line. They have no chance against me. It's a full line. We broke this cav. Firing point blank. They're just getting destroyed. He is holding this bottleneck. These infantry are holding as long as possible. I do believe he has some artillery over here. Yep. Some artillery that are going to be shooting. But I mean, you guys, if you look at this, it's just carnage. There's still smoke coming from the artillery shells. There's men running from broken regiments. Look at this littering of just dead. It just goes all the way to around this building. There's the Russian general ordering his troops forward. My horses are about to break. They're getting shot in the back. My artillery are getting ready to fire on the side of them, and we are reforming, using the trees as shelter, and we are trying to hit them with everything we can. Playing more defensive, waiting for my ally to reform in this orchard. The Russians are going to probably push forward now that they have won this church. They're probably going to start pushing forward. He took this building, and he has a decent force left. But my cav and his cav are just kind of ensuring that the Austrians don't come back. The Austrians got slaughtered right here. They just got wrecked. I mean, you can see the dead littering. They had one unit come back, which I was like, hey, deal with them, could ya, with your cav? So he's sending his cav over there. They're exhausted, but my General Napoleon himself. There he is. Young Napoleon, I should say. Staring at all the smoke, looking at his men who are preparing to hold. So I was worried about getting flanked. They were starting to swing around this left flank. They're pushing through the trees. So I reformed my lines. The Russian cav is coming in, or was planning on coming in for a attack of sorts, but quickly fell back. His cav's gonna get shot to pieces, but hopefully we'll get rid of this Austrian grenadiers who were stubborn enough to want to come back. Yeah, they're gonna run as it is. Alright, so in the Grove, the Russians have given the word to advance, and they are running forward, pouring into this Grove where he's waiting with this massive army. Fresh troops. These are a bunch of fresh troops. Over here, my artillery is starting to fire into the side of these guys, which is going to be very demoralizing for them. So much so that they, I believe, are about to order men to deal with this. That's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You see the flash and the smoke drifting across. Artillery blowing down to the side. They're going to have to deal with that soon. Over here, I mean, there's not a whole lot of Russian forces left. I think most of them are run. There's two here, and then one pushing up over here. We are forming to meet them. Get random force, just, you know, like, I think I'm done with this battle. I'm happy to go home. Happy to oblige. This artillery. I brought my cav once they're rested because they're exhausted. I needed something to defend this artillery because, I mean, this vantage point, guys, I'm firing directly into the flank. In fact, I hit them with artillery, I believe, right there. So they're like, well, shoot. You know, we need to deal with this. It's a back and forth. It's a shooting match. They don't have enough of the numbers to push forward and attack. And it looks like he's going to surround these Russians. These brave Russians are about to get volleyed.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
It's so beautiful. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, so they begin to push some troops to take care of this cannon. So I dispatch some units here. These units, because I see an opportunity to shoot them as they're running. I mean, you can see they dispatched a lot of troops here. 3 units of infantry. Although some are still, to be fair, they're still firing at my infantry. But I'm doing damage to them, so they are determined to take me on. So they are ordered some infantry to charge upon these 2. I mean, how many men is this? 18 men against like 10 times the number. The fight's beginning to wind down. He did. Oh, this was a genius of him. He took this house and he's shooting at the backs of these guys. I mean, you can have them just like, don't mind us. We're just gonna shoot at your general. Like, look at that clear line of sight. So here come my infantry. I'm like, this is a problem. We cannot let them just walk away. My cav is preparing for the fact that they are probably going to... Oh, beautiful hit. They're going to probably charge. my cannon. Can't talk. So this, yeah, it's basically over, guys. At this point, it's just what looks super cool in this viewpoint. I mean, imagine if you did have helicopters. This reminds me of that War and Peace, that Russian movie War and Peace, where they're so high above everything, and you're just flying above it all. There's a roll of musket fire. Poor people that lived in this town. I mean, you can see the dead littered everywhere. This church needs a new graveyard. Because there is death and destruction throughout the whole graveyard. Yes, some cannon over here that got destroyed. I think this is Russian cannon. Yeah. So we've routed these Russians. They were holding on for a very long time. I do believe we got one more cannon volley off, and now we're just shooting. Man. Just killing these guys. They're running. And these guys are trying to face because they're getting flanked. Brave souls. Shedding blood. Oh, I like these guys. Striped pants. This guy's like, I've had enough. I've had enough. Okay, never mind. He hasn't. He's shooting still. So any second now, I do believe we are going to have victory. They are holding on surprisingly long for it being very few units left. But they are hanging on. There we go. They're like, yeah, we've had it. We're done. We have one last regiment. Look at that. We have some French and Russian dead mingled together. These guys are getting flanked. So these guys are getting fired at from two sides. The range isn't great. You have to get really close if you really want to volley. You know, if you really want to volley them and get some deadly hits, the closer you are, the better. So, we were really actually surprised. The reason I showed this battle was I was surprised. The AI fought decently well considering their AI, which is why I'm sharing this battle. And we hope to play some PvP where there's some real challenges, you know, to this. And that is the hope, is that we will get some true challenges. Man, this unit is lasting a very long time. Yeah, they don't know which way to face anymore. They're getting shot from every side. I cav charged these guys because they came back and they were starting to try to shoot, so epic cav charge. Who doesn't love some good cav charges? And my artillery is just shooting these guys to make sure they don't come back. Some Russians came back and are shooting at him in the house. He's gonna have the advantage with some lights, I believe. So these Russians also came back, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So of course I'm gonna face them. This last poor Russian line infantry is just getting shot. I mean, you know, like, give it up. You're dead. They lose. Oh my goodness. Those poor blokes. These guys can't be truly serious that they think they're gonna win, you know? They got nothing. Look at that. There's way more troops waiting for you. In the meantime, he is just surrounding, and I mean surrounding, this unit of Russian troops. You got guys in the houses, which I love this, guys. Look at this. You can get inside the houses in NTW3. That's so awesome. You can see from their perspective, you know, what things would be like. I like that. I appreciate that. It's a cool aspect of this. Yeah. We're just wrapping up the battle. I think it's going to be done in a minute or two because I know it's kind of boring here. Just got some more line infantry advancing. Oh, that did a ton of damage. They are dropping like flies. Unfortunately, all the dead you see here are my allies, man. They just died. So last but not least, this one brave unit of grenadiers. And I told him, I was like, dude, just bayonet charge him. So that's it. I mean, you're volleying him down, but he has the trees protecting him. The trees do some, you know, give you some relief. So, oh, look at this. Look at this officer. Has the gloves. And he's playing something. It's okay. We know you're playing your heart out, even if we can't hear it. Just gorgeous. I like the backpack and the bedrolls and all that. It is so cool. So yeah, that's basically wrapping up the battle. I mean, the slaughter, the Austrians lost instantly over here. Maybe if they hadn't been there, he was caught off guard. My ally was caught off guard. Gamelord was caught off guard, but he did pay. He did make the Russians pay all through here. I mean, yeah. So he's charging. He's doing a bayonet charge to finish up this battle. And it's just a 360. Look at this. Every direction all at once. There's nothing you can do about that. Oh, just as they're clashing. Oh, he got stabbed in the bayonet. You can see right here. Anyway, that was the battle. They had way more than us. You can see I didn't lose as many as he did because he got hit pretty hard by Russia in the beginning, and Russia had more than any of us. Yeah. He traded with Russia, though. The Austrians did terrible. And this wasn't even like extremely hard AI, so I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It was a lot of fun to play. If you have NTW3, you can join my Discord. I would love to have you. We can play some of these battles, multiplayer battles. I'm pretty new to this game, so there's a lot that I can learn. I'd love to learn a lot, so let me know in the comments. If you're not subscribed, I'm trying to reach 50 subscribers. If you could help me get to that goal, Kingdom of Kingston will bolster its troops. The Kingsmen will continue to grow. That's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I promise to have more like it coming up soon. Yeah. If you go ahead and check out Gamelord, his channel is in the description. He does some really good videos. He's been doing YouTubing for a lot longer than I have, so give him some support. And thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you guys in another video.